So I got my start in pen testing when I was 19. I was accepted onto an apprenticeship here at Pentest People. Still had loads of hair, still was smiling lots, skin was a little bit better, but we are where we are. And you know, three and a bit years later, 3.5 years later, I'm now one of the check team leaders and team leaders here at Pentest People. It's been a bit of a crazy ride, as you might imagine. I started off, you know, attacking websites, testing websites. Started off testing websites, then went on to like build cloud. I've done red teaming. You know, you do a whole host of testing types. And the apprenticeship really helped me well, get where I am today. If I'd been at university, I would have left about 6 months ago, and certainly wouldn't be standing here talking to you about all the cool hacking stuff that I've got to do over the past couple of years. We used to really struggle to get apprentices in. Nobody was applying for them. The people that were applying, they'd kind of been pushed down that route because they, without sounding too harsh, they probably weren't the most academically inclined. And so the teachers kind of gave up on them, and they're like, oh, do an apprenticeship because an apprenticeship's easy. It's not. And now, however, it's a lot more competitive, and there's loads more opportunities. Lots more companies are accepting apprentices. They kind of start to see the value in building somebody from scratch, somebody who hasn't been through the kind of formal higher education, so they can teach them how things work in the real world, not in a textbook, which becomes incredibly valuable, especially at kind of practical subjects, which penetration testing very much is. But there's apprenticeship providers, there's a load of those, new better courses, level 4, you can now get degree apprenticeships as well. So if you want a degree and you don't want to spend 3 or 4 years at university getting it, you can now combine the two, apprenticeships and degree, and get your qualification as well as learning on the job and earning, more importantly, or somewhat importantly, while you're doing it as well. One of the most rewarding parts of my job now is getting to help young apprentices who are now with the business and building them into absolute powerhouses of testing, development, whatever they want to go into. We've got several at the moment. Ben is one of our high flyers. He's a brilliant developer, built a load of applications already, getting into his pen testing now as well, and that development background's really helped to kind of round out his knowledge. So when he is testing apps, he knows where people are going to start making those mistakes. We've got Zach Haroon, again, web apps, really strong coding, got a really impressive knowledge of Selenium and Selenium scripting and how you can use those engines to test for vulnerabilities. We have a couple of other apprentices as well that are starting to make their way up the ranks, which are naturally, it's incredibly rewarding to see, and I can stop them making the mistakes I did. No going out and partying, because you can't quite get away with that, especially not if you've got work in the morning. So yeah, that's the rewarding part of the job. What can you expect from an apprenticeship is a question we get asked quite a lot. So first of all, it is a 9-to-5 job. Normally, most people want their apprentices in the office, and even if they don't, I'd recommend you get in there as much as you can. Just, be around people. You can always ask questions. It's easier to ask somebody, at the water cooler or at the coffee machine, what they're doing, try and learn off them, than it is to drop them a message on Teams or Slack or something like that. But again, 9-to-5 job. It is employment. So you've got to make sure you're turning up on time, you're making sure you get along with your colleagues, and then you also have that learning element as well. Now, most apprenticeships dedicate about 20% of the time, so that's normally about 1 day a week to doing apprenticeship activities. So you've got 4 days of 9 to 5 doing your job, whatever that is within the business, depending on your apprenticeship, and then 1 day. Most people pick either like a Friday or a Monday or a Wednesday or something like that, top and tail, or split the week up, and that will be your apprenticeship. That will be time for you to go off and do self-study, self-learning. Our apprentices use that time to learn how to code, or they might go and write up big projects that they've worked on, do some of their portfolio work, which then after 15 to 18 months, that's all then submitted. You do have to sometimes sit some exams. Our apprentices have to go through some interviews, And once they've gone through those, then you get them out with your qualification at the end. Now it will vary apprenticeship provider to apprenticeship provider and also examining body to examining body, but that is the kind of general steps. You'll spend roughly 15 to 18 months. You will spend 4 days of every week doing a job, whatever that is within the business, and 1 day a week doing kind of miscellaneous apprenticeship stuff, called that, extracurricular learning or off-the-job learning.